Good morning, everybody. It's Bishop Deb, and I'm coming to you from Niagara on the Lake, Ontario. My tongue is not working yet. I'm at Queens Royal Park, which is a gorgeous area in Niagara on the Lake. It's down by the mouth of the mighty Niagara. And today it almost looks like a loon down there today. And keeps diving. The fish right now, it's breakfast and lunch and dinner for all the area birds. There's so many little fish in the river right now. Just a bonanza for our feathered friends. Spring is like that. Spring is just beautiful here. Everywhere you look, there's something amazing to see. Just driving street by street, looking at the tulips and the color and the blossoming trees and the orchards. It's kind of hard on the sinuses, but it's sure is pretty. And then, it's that beautiful spring green, leaf green, as all the trees in the park are starting to unfurl. And yeah, we're getting through it, aren't we? It's May. Hard to believe it's May. The time is weird. I find things that happened last year it seems so far away, so long ago. I can tell you my friends' phone numbers from 1980, but I can't tell you what did I have for lunch yesterday. I don't know. So we are all getting through this. Lockdown is, I think, effective because the numbers are going down, which is always good. It really is helpful if we can stay rooted and focused on something positive every day. I know I go on about this a lot, but it's really important. The highlight of my day yesterday was talking to friends that I have known for most of my life. And just that connection is so important right now. It's like no time passes, and we're working on a project. And so we had some really good belly laughs, and we had some memories, and it kind of grounds us because we remember there was life before the pandemic, and there were some really good times in the past that we all shared. The thing about our older friends, our dear friends from decades in some cases, they hold our history. They know the people who are no longer on this planet. They know our parents and our grandparents and our situation, how we grew up. They were part of that. And that's an important thing when somebody holds that history for you and you hold it for them. There's something dear about it, something that we cherish about those happy times. And there were many. So that was really good, a good thing to do, to reach out and just share some time. I mean, an hour and a half went by in a blink. It was like, really? I guess we should get off the FaceTime. I guess we should. And that's the other thing. Remember when if you're as old as I am, watching the Jetsons, the futuristic cartoon, which was just fabulous. I used to watch it all the time. I loved it. But they would go into this little booth and they could see who they were talking to. And that felt so fantastic. Wow. And you got Dick Tracy with his wristwatch that, you could see the person's face and you could talk to them. That just seemed like science fiction. And here I am talking to you on a phone that I can reach out and talk to anybody else in the planet and see them and connect with them in various ways with various technologies. We're living the Jetsons, which during this time has been, I think, keeping a lot of people sane. I spoke with a school secretary yesterday. I'm starting to get orders for my graduation crosses, and I'm very grateful for that. And she is from England, and it's been very, very difficult for her because she hasn't been able to get home. She always goes home at Christmas. She goes home part of the summer to see her loved ones. And it's been a long time since she's been able to do that. She said she can't wait until the green light happens. She'll be the first person on the plane to get home just to see her loved ones. And, she's not alone. We know you might be in that boat yourself where, no pun intended, I'm looking at a boat, where you haven't had a chance to see people that you love in the same room for a long time. So, the good news is this too shall pass, and we have to learn the lessons of this time, what it means for each of us, what this has brought to us. There's a gift here, even if it's not readily apparent. Once we master that, once we see it with that focus, then we'll find the rest of our time through this a little bit easier, I think. We pray every day for those who are affected by the coronavirus, those who are valiantly fighting on the medical front. And globally, this has changed the world and continues to change the world. I'm looking out my car window here at the park and the people walking their dogs, and you'd never know that, there are battles for life and death going on in hospitals in this community, in this, the province, every province in the States, globally. I mean, there's a lot happening that we are unaware of. So we lend angels. We send angels to each and every person who is involved in any way with first responding, with helping those who have lost loved ones, those who are battling, who are infected, and those who are stepping up to have their vaccines, those who are staying at home. We all have to we're all in this together. And if anything's going to pull this old world together, it's a crisis like this. We haven't got there yet, I don't think, but I think, we're heading that way. So today, as you consider your day and the many people and blessings that are in it, focus there and send some positive vibes to all who are struggling in any way, shape, or form. I spend the whole day sending angels. That is the thing. That will work. That helps. It's a way that I can make a difference. I'm praying through the day, just, remembering those who are having difficulties. And I spend a lot of time giving thanks. You got to keep the balance. Otherwise, we slip into the negatives and we can easily get overwhelmed right now. So, reach out to a friend. Have a chat with somebody you haven't talked to for a while, maybe. Email, Facebook, Messenger. There's so many ways. I mean, we're always on our devices, which is a good thing and a bad thing, but it distracts us for the time being, and that isn't a bad thing either when we can get some space. So, what are you going to do today that will pick up your spirit, will make you feel better, will help you to feel good about where you are and who you are? Goodness, there's a lot of traffic all of a sudden going by. And this big yellow truck, which I know to be the mail truck. Oh, this is interesting. There's been a fellow beside me in the car just waiting, and the mail truck is not designated. Like you wouldn't know it, but they're having a little conflab, so I guess they're having a rendezvous. Anyway, I'm just nosy. Anyway, let's have a little prayer and get you on your day. Gracious God, we do give you thanks for the gift of this beautiful day. We give you thanks for the gift of our lives and for the time that we spend on this planet. Help us today to use that time to brighten somebody else's time. Help us to reach out to someone in need, someone we love, someone who's in need of a lift. And may we receive that in kind. May somebody reach out to us too and compliment us or recall a memory or say something, do something that will show us that love is all around, and that in that moment of connection, may we be thankful. We pray for our needs at this time. We offer them to you in the quiet of our hearts. We pray for all those who are under the weather, who are ill, who are sick, who are dying. Pray for families affected by the pandemic. And we send angels to all who are engaged in the battle, all those who are fighting to help save lives, all those who are day in, day out wearing the PPE, the heavy-duty gear to keep themselves safe, even as they save others. We pray that this too will pass, that numbers will drop, that variants will cease, that life will return to somewhat normal. We pray for all those who are struggling. And we give you thanks that in the midst of really challenging times, there are blessings abounding. There are lights in our day. There are good things on which to focus. And all this we pray in your holy name. Amen. Well, I think I better get back to the ranch. I've got so much work to do today, but it's good work. I'm going to start my crosses, and I've got a ton of paperwork to complete, but that keeps me busy and occupied and feeling blessed. So I hope you do too. You have a wonderful day, and you take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.